Hey, what's up, YouTube? So today I'm working on my subwoofer. Something happened to it and it didn't want to switch off anymore. That is my bass bin, that is the RNS 18D or something like that bass bin. I did do a review about it. So yeah, it stopped working and I decided to check it out. So you'll see that I have opened it up and I've already almost exploded myself twice. Is it the correct way to say exploded myself? But yeah, I nearly blew myself up twice trying to fix it, and yeah, not going well. So there's a final one that I want to try, and I thought I'd do it with you guys. So what's done so far? So if you come here, you will see there's the subwoofer there, turned upside down. There it's the subwoofer in there. Or while we're here, let's look at the Benecant. This is the inside of it. This is the subwoofer there. So yes guys, so that is the subwoofer. Obviously I have disconnected the subwoofer from the amplifier. So this is the amplifier and that's the amplifier and DSP or the sound processor on here, and inside that's how it looks, if it will focus. So these are the inputs and the processor. Here's the processor there, the selectors of it, the service source, the speaker inputs, you know, all that goodness there. This thing is not, it's giving issues focusing today. So all of that is, these are the boards for those stuff. This is the power source where I believe my issue is. Down there is the amplifier things. There is other stuff going on there. So I'm not clued up really as to what is going on. Those there are the terminals for the speakers. So I don't necessarily know what is going on. So why I opened it was just to check if there's something obvious that stands out that is broken, you know. That's why I actually opened it up. So obviously to take this box out, you have to unscrew it here, the screws here. You have to unscrew it. It sits here. So I had to unscrew that. And then if you unscrew it, this already attached, or this guy here, the faceplate attaches to this box here. So if you unscrew already, you unscrew this, you can just pick it up. It sits like so. So it sits like that. And okay, the subwoofer is a RNS PXL-18SD 600 watt RMS sub or bass bin. So it sits like that. There's the fan, there's the power source. So yeah, so if we open it again, so yes guys, so I was trying to investigate. So after not seeing anything here, I started to use my little multimeter here. This is the fuse I'm gonna try and use now. So I started taking out my, actually the first thing I did was to use my light bulb, but that's for 12 volts and stuff, this guy here. So that didn't end well, which is why I think I have a second problem with what's going on here, but we'll get to that soon enough. So after opening it up, I started testing for power when I have this thing plugged in. So obviously I first checked that I do get power source from this plug here. So once I figured that I am getting power from here, if it will focus. So in order to test, you must have your, is it the black probe? Now I forgot. I think it's a black probe must be on the neutral and then the red one on the live. Then it will give you, so let's just test it. I'll show you now. This is plugged in. So if you switch this on and you take it to is it volts here? So I think I use this volts at 500 there. Just put the light. Can you see? But you can see here. So then you take the black probe, you put it into the neutral. So you must look for N. That is my neutral there. And you take the red one and you put it in. I'm gonna slowly put it in because I forgot now. Don't do this at home, please. This is proper power in here. So yeah, so you put it in there and you will see we're getting about 244 volts. I believe that is volts. So that is 244 volts passing through there. That is a lot of power, guys. So you can electrocute yourself with that. So I'm not an electrician or a professional doing this. I'm just a guy investigating his equipment because it's not working. That's just the guy I am. So, but I do not recommend for you to just do this. You can blow yourself up, so don't do that. So I tested if this cable is giving me power. Like you saw, it was giving me power. Then I started coming to the amplifier or this box here to test that does power go to the switches, because don't forget you get power in, so that power has to go here. So in order for it to go there, it has to pass through the switch. This is the switch here, the on and off switch here. So I started testing if power we get, firstly if we get power here, of which I saw that we get. So to do that, again, you must put your black to the neutral, which is this one here. It's got an N. I don't know if you will be able to see it, but there's an N there for neutral. And then I put it against the live. So the live is here. If you look at this plate, that is where the live is when you look at from the behind here. So that is where the live is. I was able to get again the 240 volts, but then I couldn't get it here because black usually is also live, but I couldn't get it here. So I started playing around with the switch, trying to search. Guys, I didn't know what I know now. So I started playing around. I took off the terminals on the switch just to check if the switch is working. And I got to find that the switch is most probably working. Whether it's working fine, I don't know. But if you switch it on, it stops power. If you switch it on, it starts power, or it releases the power. It releases it to pass through. So after having that, I put all of this together. I took a picture before taking them out so that I know exactly where which went. So I left that and I started to investigate this guy more, because to me it felt like power is not getting here, because everything looked good from inside here, no bend marks or anything. So I came to play around here because I started routing that. Asking myself, how does power go from here to the switch? Because when I put the strobe here or the probe here, there was no power here. So if I put the probe here and here, so the black one on here on this red wire and the red one on this brown wire, which is the live, I should have gotten the 240 volts, but I was not getting that. So I kept asking myself, how does power go from here, from this plate here to here? Because it has to go for it in order for it to go to the switch. So I started coming back here, only to find out that there's this guy, which is the fuse, which goes in there like that. But it goes in, it clips in there. But I didn't know that until I had to do all of this investigation to find that out. So after doing that, I found a fuse in there. The fuse was not blown up. That's a funny thing. The fuse was not blown up. So I started asking myself, like, what the hell? Because the fuse is there, but this thing is still not, not working. I will show you the fuse now. So this is the fuse. I don't know if you can see it, but that is the fuse. Let's see if it will focus. Okay guys, so that's the fuse there. Actually, is it? Yeah, that's the fuse there. So it's not blown up. So that fuse was not blown up. So I kept asking myself, like, what the hell? Because it's not blown up, and yet it's not making it possible for power to go through. So I didn't understand that. So that's when I actually started taking out my multimeter and testing other things here. So I tested the fuse using the I think they call it continuity. I think they call it continuity. That is when you put it on here, on continuity. I think that's the word here, so that it makes a sound when the red probe and the black probe come together. So if you do this, can you hear that? So that tells you that power is going through. So that's what I tested. So I started testing a couple of connections to see if there is current, or current should be going this way. Yes, this one. That's how I tested the switch as well. When you test the switch, you should open up the circuit for current to flow. If you switch it off, you should cut the current. So via continuity, that's how I got to figure out that the switch is working. Then I came to this fuse part, which had a fuse, but still not powering up. So I took the fuse out and I put the one probe on the one side and the other probe on the other side. And by doing that, because it's a metal steel or wire inside, power had to go through, but it wasn't doing any sound. So for example, just that I'm working with on my two hands. So I'll show you guys. Just looking for that fuse. Is it this one? Yeah. So this is what I mean, guys. So I'm going to take this fuse that was in there. Okay. For you to see. That was weird. First time I had this. So this fuse is not blown. It's the one that I just showed you now. If it's focusing, that's the fuse that I showed you now. So obviously when you touch, you can hear the sound. So because this is still a wire inside, when you touch these two, it has to go. Check. But when you touch both sides, nothing was happening. So this tells me that maybe this broke on one of the ends, so it's not making contact for it to flow. Now, if you take this fuse and you put it against there, and we have sound. Thank you, babe.
Baby was being said.
So, she's shouting at me now. My temporary camera woman. So, that was I feel and believe that was the main cause of the bass bin not powering up. It took me a while, and if you can look here, I had a bend out. I had a bend out here. So I think that I might have messed other things up because it did explode on me. That was the first time it exploded on me, which is why now it smells like it bent in there. Which is why if you see this fuse was for the tester, for the light tester, for this guy. So that's the first thing that blew up. And yeah, So that's where I am now, where I was able to get some fuses, but unfortunately I couldn't get the fuses that came out of here because I think those were 250 volt and 13 amps. I couldn't get that. I got 250 volts at 10 amps and 250 volts at 20 amps. So now I tested the 10 amps before taking this video, and that exploded. It exploded. There was a little bit of smoke, but I hope, I don't know, because I'm looking even at that plastic there. See there? It was not, I don't believe that it was like that over there. So I believe here there could have, something could have happened there. I'm not sure, which is why it's leading me to the test I'm about to do with you guys. Now, this will either work or this will be very bad. In a sense of, I might mess most of the things in here, to tell you the truth. Because unless if it's just that I don't want to temper too much by pulling things, because I was about to say, unless if I disconnect the power sources in here, then if there's something wrong, it will not get to the relays and everything that's on the motherboards there. You know, it will cut off by the wires. But now those are glued and stuff, so I don't want to pull on that. So chances are I might fry most of these things in here. Chances are, because I'm going to now use the 20 volt 20 amp fuse, which is obviously rated higher, which means before it blows up it can actually mess things up. So that's where I am. But what I will do for safety sakes, again, I will just put this together because nothing here seems disconnected. So I will put this in here to make sure that it's in there, and then I will take it again and put it where it actually sits, which is in there. It sits in like that. Reason being, if it blows up, rather it blow up inside. This might be a costly thing, but yeah, let me test. If I don't know, if I break it now, I don't know if I will even be able to fix it. I don't know. I do use the base bin, so it's a costly test that I'm doing, but I feel like I'm gonna do it either way because I want to know. If I don't do it, I won't know, and I will. Yeah, if it breaks, I'll take it in, see if it can be repaired. If not, I'll have to make another plan to get a base bin working, or get another base bin, save up for another base bin. I don't know. I'll have to see. Yeah, I don't really want to break the base bin, but yeah, I feel like I have to do what I have to do to know, you know. Hopefully the fuse does its work and it doesn't go through and mess up everything else, and I can take it in, and then the main issue that's going on here can be fixed, and then we're back to normal operation with it. So yeah, guys, to do that, we're going to need, which fuse? This is the fuse that is not working. We're going to use, like, for instance, guys, check the difference between the wires in here. So if it will focus for you, check the wire in here, check the wire in there. So that's huge. That's not that huge. So that shows you that this is going to push more current in, which this one wasn't. I think this is the 13 amp one. So this was not pushing too much current. This will push a lot of current. So if there is something messed up, in here, this will allow things to get messed up. This if if I had maybe something around 13 amps, that would maybe save me from messing up a lot of things. So yeah, what's that. So to get that going, so you take this here and you take your fuse, and then you clip it in here like so. If you can see now, the fuse is there. Then all you do is to clip it in there, just like that. And now it should pass current there. So this is the part that is a bit scary, because yeah, it really explodes, you know. You will see things happening here if it doesn't work. And because now more current will be going in, I don't know how big the things that are going to happen are going to be. So yeah, it is what it is. Then we take the power source, we put it in here. Then the only thing left is to power it on and hope for the best. Guys, I really don't want to do this, I really don't want to do this, but yeah. The fuse I tested before this was 10 amp and maybe it's a bit low. So this is a 20 amp. Hopefully it's okay. That's if nothing else is broken in there. I don't know. But it is what it is. So that's there. I need to position myself in a way that I must be able to, you know, because it's going to kaboom very quickly. So yeah, let's just move some things around. Because I will be running away as I switch this on. I'm taking some good position away. Okay, guys. So the moment of truth, this will blow up or it will work. One of the two. Will it work? She doesn't know. She says no. She saw it blow up the second time, so. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, you see my angle? My angle is close to the power line. So I'm going to move to somewhere I can run away easily. And okay, this direction. So well, nothing happened. Switch it off. Nothing happened. Okay, let's test again. I missed it. Okay, guys. Well, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Did I put the right fuse in there? Yep, I put the right fuse in there. Nothing happened. Well, I didn't expect that. I thought the only options I had, there were two of them, which was work or blow up. Didn't know there was a third one, which is do nothing. So probably there's something else which is not working here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it out again and then switch it on, and then I want to see if power is now uh, passing the fuse and going into the system itself. See if that is happening, and then yeah, I'll let you know. Hey guys, so I have it plugged in. So as you saw with me, baby, why you talking? Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. So as you saw, we plugged it in with the new fuse, which is 20 amps. We plugged it in and we switched it on. Nothing happened. Well, I don't want to lie. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that. So what I want to test now, so we do know that we have power going to the cord, and I want to now test if power is passing through the fuse to the, so basically power goes here. So you will see it on this bottom plate, the one I showed you earlier. The live will give us the reading with if I put the probe on this one here, which is neutral, and then I will put it as well in the black. This will tell us the power. For instance, right now I have it. So if you guys will keep watching there, I don't know if you'll be able to stand still like there. I need to put this on volts. When I put it on 500 there. So as it is, I do have the plug plugged in. So if I take the red, no, not the red, the black, I put it on the neutral, and I take the red and I put it on the live, you will see we actually have voltage 246 volts. So we know it's coming into the live. So if you, as we have it as well, to test if the power is actually going into this live. We have it there. No, we have, change these. I have the black probe and I put it on the neutral there, and I take this red one and I put it to the live, the brown wire. We should see power 246. So now we know, I have confirmed what I just wanted to confirm now, which is to test if now power is going from the one side of the fuse to the other side, which goes to the switch, and it does that. So the other thing that we saw was if you switch it on, then nothing happened. So the next thing I can try and test now, maybe not now. Okay, maybe now I can test it. Since power is coming here, it should be available on this side of the switch, which is on the off side. So we should have power over, where's our red? Over here. So if I do this and this, we should have power. And like you saw, we do have power. So the other question to ask or to check would be to test if power goes from the one side to the other side of the switch if you turn on the switch. So that will be the other test to do. I'm a bit scared to do it though, because if I put the switch on, power is going through the circuit. Now, if I put probes, if I keep probing, I shouldn't make a mistake where these guys touch another metal plate or only another terminal, so that things go kaboom. And the other problem I have is that I am close to all of this, and this is electricity. This is really, I'm scared of electricity, guys. I'm okay with 12 volts with cars, little from a car battery shocking you, I'm kind of okay with that, but I am very scared of electricity power. I am scared with it. I'm scared of it. So what I'm going to do first is to try and switch on the switch in a safe position. So I will run away like so. Yes. And then I'm going to do what I was doing, and I am going to flick it and hope nothing happens again like it was doing. But I don't know. Yeah, so let's flick it. I don't think there's too much here. The only thing that I want to mess up will be there. So I'm gonna flick it. Let's see what happens. If nothing happens, we'll then test the other side of the switch if it's getting power. So okay, guys, nothing happened. So guys, I'm gonna try and play away from this. Guys, what I'm doing is, it's the first time I'm doing this. So please don't laugh at me too much for the unprofessional things happening here. I'm just a guy testing why his stuff is not working. Please understand that. So this has to go to the neutral, which is at the bottom on this side. I just want to see if power is getting out of. I wish I could just touch the wires and it works, but you have to probe it. So the black goes to neutral. So because you see now, like I've got ground wires and stuff happening here. So like that, black to neutral, and then the red to the live. 246. I've got power going from the other side of the switch to the circuit board. I'm gonna switch it off now, guys. It's off. Okay, then I'm gonna talk to you guys. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I don't wanna lie, guys, that was a bit scary for me. But I've tested what I needed to test. Fuse is working, power is going to the circuit. So it seems like something on the circuit might not be okay. Again, at this point, I could have caused the issues at this point for this thing not turning on. Because after investigating the initial thing, like I told you guys, the thing that I saw was the fuse, that it wasn't pushing current from one side to the other. That's the main problem I saw. But now that I got a new fuse in and this thing exploded twice on me, you never know what could have broken. From the first explosion to the second explosion. Guys, when I say explosions, I don't mean like, whoa, but I just mean like, you know, things burning, fuses burning and sparks happening. So that's what I mean about explosion. So I had two instances of that. So you never know what they could have broken. That's what I'm saying. Where we are now, probably it's my fault. And what this thing initially had was just a bad fuse. But yeah, that's why I am. Now that I know power is going through, I'm just gonna check if there's anything I can see. I'll maybe even connect the subwoofer up, switch it on. Maybe it wants the subwoofer to be connected for it to work. It shouldn't work like that. But I'm just gonna put everything together like the way it was, because I see now power is passing through, and then see what happens from there. I don't know if it's gonna work. I doubt it's gonna work, but I would have tried. The next step for me is to take this box to someone who knows how to work with these things and ask them to check it for me and see if they can fix it for me. I must just get the guy. So, well, thank you for watching with me. Sorry it wasn't as explosive as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, no explosion is actually a good thing. So, until the next one, guys, thank you for watching.